What's up, Orange Slices? We're back with another Pro Tour. We're doing 2 rounds, 3 and 4, but I'm doing post commentary because this was a boring Pro Tour, and I don't really think if I was a viewer I'd really want to sit through all this because it's all par 3s. And so I edited this just to kind of include the shots. I'll say what disc I'm using, and that's about it. Because, yeah, as you can see, I just feel like par 3s in this game are not very exciting. You do an ace run and usually miss. Yeah, so anyways, round 3, starting off with Blueberry. I missed that ace run by a mile. But like I said, I'll explain what disc I'm using at the very least. So this is a accurate windbreak fuse. It's a backhand, so a lot of people don't realize that the fuse can be used for turnover backhands. At least new players tend to always go forehand for left to right. This is a little bit of an ace run with the accurate extra glide musket, and I was worried that this would roll in the water. Luckily, it checked up, so we're good. Got the eagle, and doing a little ace run with the accurate windbreak musket here. And it just didn't fade like it does sometimes. And you'll know why, of course, if you saw the tutorial video for throw-ins, which you can apply to drives. I didn't try and ace this lakeside hole. I am ace running this lakeside hole. I forget what number lakeside holes these are, but missed that one by a good bit also. That's the accurate extra glide musket. Good disc to ace run this one with. Not too much danger behind the basket. You can get caught behind a tree, though. So that was a solid round. No aces, though. But 10 down. If we get 10 down in the next round, we win or tie for the lead. If we get 11 down, it's an all-out win. So I saw that the scores were not too high, so I figured there again a lot of par 3s, maybe 2 par 4s or something like that. This was a tricky shot. I went accurate extra glide musket, even though it was kind of a headwind. A lot of times I disc up on this one, but I just prefer, as you know, to use that accurate extra glide musket for that hole because you are just more likely to make the cave. And this little parachute hole, that was an accurate windbreak fuse, and this is a Pioneer. The Pioneer shot shapes this hole very well. This is one of my favorite holes. I go extra glide windbreak ballista. When you go big skip, sometimes you skip long into the trees, but I find that the accurate windbreak musket, first of all, I just love the windbreak because it's more accurate, less to calculate. Not more accurate per se, but less wind to calculate. And it tends to go kind of where you want it a little bit better. And this one I'm running. It's kind of a fun run, even though you miss it, you go in the water. But it's hard to judge, and just came up short. So, you know, I love this hole too. Accurate extra glide musket, of course. Land right in the middle of the islands, which I find is about the same likelihood of hitting that middle island as the island hole, the square island hole in Lakeside. And then this hole, I feel like it was too much of a headwind to really run, but really my play is always accurate extra glide musket. Unless the wind is perfect with like a tail left to right, then I might go for the green with a big forehand, but that wind, I don't like to go for an eagle on that one. So there it is. So now we just are going into hole 9 at -9. So all we need is a birdie to tie, an eagle to win, at least unless other people play. And I just kind of I'm like, well, I know I'm recording, and this is just too fun to try for the albatross. So I'm looking at it. I'm looking at my normal play, which, by the way, especially in rounds 1 and 2, you should just go for the eagle here, is my recommendation. I know some people go for the albatross every time. This wind, it's very tempting, and I'm like, I could win by 2 strokes. Or, maybe if Lonely Belgian plays, then I'll be way behind. So I'm like, I think I'm gonna go for it. So let's just roll it and see what happens. So it's just a more exciting play, and I can't help it. Sometimes I just want to, and that's way inside, and then squares up the tree perfectly. So now I'm playing for birdie. And of course, I'm going to go for it again because I want the birdie, which would be -10, which would tie for the lead. And this looks good. But it catches a tree and then another tree. So now I'm playing for bogey. And I'm kind of just laughing to myself because, again, I've won Pro Tour 4 or 5 times at this point. So I'm not like, I'm really trying to win. I'm more just playing for fun. So, I love this hole. I think it's a great risk-reward hole, and that's exactly why. So any of these holes, to me, this was the most exciting part of the Pro Tour, so I just wanted to really focus on this part. And I just got one last throw in to try and save something. So got the bogey, and that's how the Pro Tour ends. So if you're rooting for me, I appreciate it, but let me know what you think of that play. Obviously, most people would just go for the win, but I thought it would be fun. Plus, you never know. Maybe tomorrow LB plays and gets, 46. That. So you never know. I still might not have won with the 44, so that's also something to consider. He usually plays all 4 rounds on the last day. So that's it. Hope y'all enjoyed that, and thanks for watching.